I believe this, okay, that we all live the lives we want to live, and they pretty much suck, okay? Like, we get no joy and pleasure out of all these stupid things that we do and seek after. But what happens is when we do turn to God and we follow him and do what he says, he gives us a joy, and it changes our outlook. It changes. We'll actually do like crazy things, like stand out here and talk to high school kids that like flip us off and ridicule us, and to tell them how good God is and how it will change their life. And you know how I know it'll change their life? It changed my life.
I don't think that this is the right way to go.
Yeah, well, a lot of people don't think the way, you know, like when we go to a strip club and preach, you know, they come out and say, hey, you shouldn't be here. This is the wrong place, you know? When we go to out in front of it
kind of comes off like you're shaming people, and I think that that's a little bit hypocritical as a Christian to be shaming people.
Yeah, but what they're doing is shameful. To kill, for Texas to kill 70,000 babies is shameful. That's not true. That's an opinion. That's not even biblical. You know, the Bible says that we're supposed to judge rightly, in love. Like, if you see somebody going to walk off a cliff, you have to tell them, stop. It's wrong for you to do that. Don't do it. There's a cliff there. Stop.
And is it true that you've told some of the people here today that they're going to hell?
No, I didn't tell anybody that. But you know what? There probably are people here going to hell. There's probably, you know, most people who go to church are probably going to hell because it's just a club to them.
I think the fact of the matter is we're not going to know until we die.
Right.
There's no way to. No one's ever going to know how the universe started.
But we can tell them what the Bible says, and we can tell them what's happened in our life.
There's lots of books that have been.
Well, because if you ask God to reveal himself and read the Bible, he will, and he'll show you. Like I had an apple this morning, okay? Let's say I had an apple this morning. Can you tell me, was it a red apple, a sweet apple, or a tart green apple? You don't know, right? Because you didn't have the apple. You didn't see me eat the apple. Well, you don't know Christ either. All right? I do.
That your view is wrong. I'm just telling you that it's not right to impose it on other people.
I know, but what I'm saying is I tasted the apple. I can tell you about it. I am obedient to Christ. I do what he says. And he is a good God. He is a good God, and he loves you and cares about you. You are very important. You are cherished by him. No matter what's happened in your life, no matter who loves you or doesn't love you, God adopts you. He lifts you up. He holds you. He protects you. He keeps you safe. That's who God is. But he's also the God that if you tell him, no, I will not honor you, I will not obey you, I will not do what you say, that when you die, you go to hell. But you don't have to. You could actually stand next to a great God who loves you and cherishes you and says the reason he created you was for his pleasure. You're a joy to him. Completely. And it makes all the difference. I'm telling you. Like, it's the truth. And you could have that.
I'm the kind of person who takes facts into account. Who takes logical conclusions into account. And while I respect everything that you're saying, I just don't think that...
Well, ask your conscience. Is this guy lying to me? Is he telling me just a bunch of hogwash? Ask your conscience, not your brain, but ask your conscience. Is this guy lying to me? And I think your conscience will testify, because when you die and stand before God, your conscience will come out and go, she was told, she knew, but she wanted to live the life that she wanted to live. She didn't want to be obedient to God. Your conscience knows and will testify and tell you that I'm telling you the truth. I'm not condemning you. I'm not out here like saying you're wicked and evil and a horrible person. That's not what I'm doing. I'm trying to tell you about how good God is and how we do need him. The Bible says that our hearts are exceedingly evil and wicked, and that we think and want our, you know, like the little tiny kid that's like, no, you know, a little tiny turd kid that's just like, we're all like that. And God says, stop, quit fighting. Let's go to Disneyland. Let's go do our work. You know, I'll help you. Life is good. I didn't create you to be in misery. I created you to enjoy life. Just be obedient to me and do what I say. It makes all the difference in the world. And I'm telling you that as an old guy. You know, like I've scuba dived, had like fast cars, skydived, motorcycles, all sorts of things. And I'm telling you, joy comes from God and listening to him.